Dear viewers, welcome to the Vijay's classroom of biology. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the host plants, phytopathogens, diseases, and their control measures. So, to start with, we have the bacterial wilt of potato. The causative agent is Ralstonia solanacearum. So the pathogen is responsible for bacterial wilt in potatoes. It is a soil-borne bacterium that infects the vascular tissue. So the bacteria then spreads through the infected tubers, irrigation water, and contaminated soil. Symptoms include the wilting, and the leaves generally develop wilt and turn yellow, while wilting slowly spreads to the rest of the plants. In later stages, leaves and stems get dry up, wither, and die. So, management generally bacterial wilt is serious and difficult to control. Soil fumigation has some effectiveness, but best method is to use disease-free seed potatoes and avoid planting where and all the bacterial wilt is reported. Fungal late blight of potato. So here the responsible pathogen for fungal late blight of potato is Phytophthora infestans. It's an airborne fungus that spreads through wind. The fungi forms a sporangia on the plant's foliage which disperse in the air. Symptoms include dark water-soaked spots on the leaves, stem, fruits, develop a white mold that forms a fusy mold-like appearance on the stem, leaves, and fruits. So, leaf tissue decay is very rapid and often occurs before the lesion appears. Management includes disease-resistant variety to be cultivated. We have to practice crop rotation. Fungicides can be effective. Both biological as well as chemical fungicides should be applied earlier, and it should be regularly monitored and regularly applied. Sanitation is required during the application. A quick removal of the infected plants where the fungus is under infestation is also critical for the disease management practice. And we have the fungal rust of wheat. So the fungus responsible for the rust in wheat is a Puccinia species, an airborne spore that spreads through wind. So the fungus spends part of its life cycle living on a secondary host like barberry shrub, which serves as a source of infection for the wheat. Symptoms include yellow to brown raised pustules develop on the upper leaf surface. In severe cases, black fungal spore that look like burnt patches can also develop on the pustules. Management includes rust-resistant cultivars to be of wheat to be planted and maintain good crop health with balanced fertilization and irrigation. Early fungicide application can even alleviate the incidence of the infection and protect the crop from rust, but the cultural methods are the best practiced approaches for long-term management of the rust in wheat. And smuts of sugarcane. Here the responsible fungus for smut in sugarcane is Sporisorium cytomenium. This fungus only affects the leaves and stem of the sugarcane, leaving the roots unharmed. So the pathogen is a soil-borne and spreads through contaminated soil and water. Symptoms include the young leaves when they are infected. The can plants appear stunted with the twisted, shiny leaves. So later the whole plant is covered with a shooty black powder of the spores, and then now the fungus is ready to get spread. So the best approach to manage the smut of sugarcane is a combination of cultural practice and chemical control methods, including the cultivation of resistant varieties, crop rotation, planting of the clean seeds, and repeated application of both chemical and biological fungicides. So wilt of cotton. In this disease, the fungus responsible for wilt of cotton is Fusarium axisporum farmaspeciales vas infectum. The fungus infects the plant roots causes clogging of the vascular bundles and disrupt the uptake of water and nutrients, particularly it clogs in the xylem as it belongs to the genus Fusarium and species Axisporum. Symptoms in initially infected plants shows unusual wilt-like symptoms during the hottest part of the day. Foliage shows yellows and dries, root gets rot and plants fall all over, and it leads to complete death and loss in the yield. So crop rotation is the most effective method to control fusarium wilt in cotton. Fungicides can also be used, both biological and chemical. And germplasm bank, in germplasm bank, we have to select the suitable germplasm should be used to supplement the crop rotation. Then we have the Tika leaf spot disease of groundnut. So the responsible fungus of Tika leaf spot disease in groundnut is Cercosporidium personatum in most countries, which overwinters in the infected crop debris as well as in the soil. So the fungus is spread through wind, rainwater as well as infected seeds. Control measures include you have to go for selecting the disease resistant cultivars, and we have to go for biological and chemical way of control. And the symptoms include that young leaves with small dark shrunken spots surrounded by an yellow halo, sometimes brown halos, which grow larger and creates a characteristic lesion. Necrotic lesion is created on the leaves. In early Tika disease, this is caused by Cercospora arachidicola. We find yellow halos. Brown to dark brown halos are found around the necrotic lesion if the pathogen is Cercosporidium personatum. And we have the powdery mildews of fruits. So the responsible fungus for causing the powdery mildew is Podosphaera species. The pathogen thrives where moisture is very high, temperature or moderate to warm. So infected plant debris releases wind-borne spores from the fruit with a powdery appearance that can spread to other locations or other fruits or fruits in the other trees. So mildew infection in the fruits causes mildew-like patches of whitish or greyish powder. In severe cases, the infection causes fruit deformities and reduced yield. Management, here we have the primary goal is to prevent mildew infection, is to maintain good plant health including nutrition, irrigation and pruning practices to improve the aeration. Fungicides can be an effective tool both in the biological and chemical form for the management in the early stages. And we have the viral disease, leaf curl disease and little leaf disease. In little leaf disease, we have the reduced leaf size and reduced rate of photosynthesis. Leaf curl disease, this is also by a virus. It shows curled leaves. So the most common cause of leaf curl and little leaf virus in plants or the little leaf disease in plants or viruses. Leaf curl virus that is transmitted through insects like insects and some phytoplasmas, which is spread by the infected pruning tools or natural root grafts between infected and healthy plants. So here the infected plants typically show severe reduction in the size and leaf becomes smaller and more upright. Leaf curls tightly around the midrib and the veins become prominent. Because the size of the leaf is reduced, rate of photosynthesis is less and there is a stunted growth, which is also another characteristic symptom. And infected plants should be removed in case of management practices. It should be destroyed as soon as possible to prevent the spread to other plants in the vicinity. Regular monitoring to identify and remove the infected or infested plants can improve the viral spread. Thank you, viewers.